This game, Pirates, Vikings, and Knights 2, is really fun. I just really wish I could get some games like this, but with full servers. Pirates, Vikings, and Knights, it's always been a contested group. Forever. Since conversations have existed, this has been contested. Who would win? The only group that is missing from this fun game is ninjas. Let's just get into the game and see what's going on. Welcome to the title screen of a game I recently found and decided to spotlight. Pirates, Vikings, and Knights 2. Regardless of this game releasing when I was barely 10 years old, CNNers played it.
Avast ye landlubber!
Same team.
So we are going to review it. Not only to satiate my nostalgia, but to finally get a video up on this platform. This game was brought to my attention by a friend of mine. What caught my attention, though, is that on August 8th of this year, 2025, the game was finally released out of beta. This is interesting to me because it was originally released in 2007 to a more active player base. I can tell that this game is a labor of love, but it's just not active anymore. There is a active community on Discord, and they have a website that is somewhat active, but there's no servers to play on. This game boasts earlier reviews from ModDB and IGN. I only wish there was players to share this experience with. According to Wikipedia, this game's first title, Pirates, Vikings, and Knights, was a mod made for Valve's Gold SRC engine. It was created by 3 UC Berkeley students, their names being Garrett Moore, Matt Bishop, and Chris Hauser. They seem to still be part of the team, but if you look in the credits section here, their names aren't there. I could assume that Chris Skyro would be Chris Hauser, but I can't really tell. They're all just internet names. And this is the title screen. The head follows you around. One of the most cracked classes here also. It also tells you if your friends are playing, but I guess nobody's playing right now. While it does seem dead at first glance, there is a somewhat active community here. The reason I emphasize somewhat is because there's not an active server base for the game, but it still has a website and, again, somewhat active Discord. It seems mostly not about the game, though, if you go to the Discord. There is, however, on their website, an event going on currently, with a cash prize pool even. The developers are tasking its players to create a close quarters combat map, with first place receiving $350, second place receiving $250, and third place receiving $150. This competition highlights my thoughts exactly, that this is a good game for maybe 1v1ing friends or foes, even after an argument, which seems like its only purpose, unless you're set on playing with bots. Other than bots, I feel like the only time you would get to play this game is testing for creating maps whenever the developer releases competitions like this. But anyways, we could get into it. There's plenty of different classes though. If I'm not mistaken, there's 12. We'll just get started on the Glacier map with the classic rule set. There's 3 teams. From the title, you could say they're Pirates, Vikings, and Knights. The Pirates have the Skirmisher, who uses a cutlass and pistol, both in the same hand. Then there's another pistol, and he has a powder keg.
We got the goodie. Let's try and keep it. Got a present for ya. Yeah.
Then there's also the captain, which is the captain's cutlass, a blunderbuss, and a parrot with hook. And then there's the sharpshooter, which has a fancy dagger, an artisan flintlock, and long rifle. The buccaneer, which is probably my favorite after the sharpshooter for this. I just like the pirates in general, who has a sledgehammer, a hatchet, and his fist, and a boarding hook. Next is the berserker, who uses the sword and axe, and a big axe, and he has berserker rage. Then there's the Huskarl, who has the Dane axe and throwing axes, and sword/shield. Then there's the Jestier, who has the boar spear, javelins, and a lance axe and shield. Next is the Bondi, who has a sax, an atlatl, and a flat bow. Maybe a little difficulty pronouncing it. Next are the knights. It's the heavy knight with his great sword and sword and shield. Then the archer with the short sword and crossbow and longbow. Next is the man-at-arms, the halberd, mace buckler, and crossbow. And then the assassin, who uses the stiletto daggers, the latchet crossbow, and caltrops, or the smoke pot. That was that. It was fun. The only thing that I think this game is missing is an active player base. I realize it came out a long time ago, but I'm here for the game. It's a good game. And that's it. However, I left one thing out. I did leave out the fact that there is specials. I left it out of the footage because I would like the player base to maybe grow some, and I will be there for it. Anybody should go watch it, check it out. Each of the classes has their own special. Not quite like Overwatch or any other popular first-person shooters, but you know, I'm there for it. It's a good game. Thank you for being here.